Hello, happy spring. Um, I'm going to do an energy check in, but I just want to let you know that this time is all about new beginnings and starting anew. So I feel like there's this energy of discomfort right now as things are kind of falling apart that are supposed to. So that way, things that are meant to be in your life come together. So this might be a very transformative period for you that's going to feel very uncomfortable and kind of you're going to feel out of place. You're going to feel uncomfortable knowing that the things that you used to resonate with aren't resonating with you. You're going to notice that people that were in your life for a while might be um, not, they're just going their separate ways. You're going your separate ways. Maybe you've noticed or that you're starting to recognize that these people weren't meant for you anyway, or that they were actually hindering your growth. And this doesn't just go or apply to people. This applies to thought processes and mindsets as well. Stop playing the woe is me. Take this as an opportunity to see that you are given the time and space to work on you. And when I say work on you, I really mean like address your triggers. Figure out why certain behaviors that other people do upset you. Figure out why you get so attached in codependent connections, whether that be friendships, whether that be romantic partnerships. It's just these kind of thought processes and behavioral patterns are the things that we are needing to get out of so that way we can enter a period of growth and just like stepping into this place of behaviors that serve us instead of continuing this pattern of staying what's comfortable, and what's comfortable probably didn't work for you in the past. So it's all about moving and shifting out of that place. I just saw 111 on the clock like a minute ago. And 111 is all about 111 is all about manifesting your desires, and like, so you have to be conscious about what you're thinking of. What you're thinking of is what you will attract. If you're constantly thinking negative thoughts, you're going to run into more negative experiences. When you think positively, you attract that energy to you, so you'll be able to experience more positive experiences, attract more positive people that will help uplift you, that will be here for you on your journey, and like connect deeper with those kinds of people. I feel like you might be transitioning out of a space where you're connecting people on shallow surfaces, like surface level relationships, talking about other people, gossiping, talking about like reality TV. It's not really serving you anymore. So you're going to need to release these, distance yourself from these things in order to come to a space where you are more in alignment with who you are currently trying to be. I just feel like there's this constant struggle right now of like there's this disconnect of who you think or who you want to be and then who you currently are, and trying to leave behind so that way you can align with who you want to be. But of course, it's going to be uncomfortable because you are leaving things behind. These people, these situations, these thought processes can't come with you if you want a different, better life for yourself. So, I'm actually getting a lot of anxiety right now. I can feel it in my heart chakra. I can feel it in my solar plexus. So yeah, I can feel the nervousness and the tension of like the push and pull, wanting to stay where you are, but knowing that you won't grow from this. Take that leap of faith. Oh, it's nerve-wracking. I get it because it's unfamiliar. You don't know what you're stepping into. You won't have that social support. You're going to have to spend more time alone in solitude with your thoughts. So this is a great opportunity for growth. Why are you so scared of being alone? Why are you scared of addressing the hurt and the pain that is actually making you stay in these situations that don't serve you? So let's get into it. The Tower in reverse. So yeah, something recently just happened where it's illuminating some kind of knowledge to you. Something unpleasant, unexpected happened. Didn't see it coming, but it shook up your world. It's shaking up your foundation. And it caused a lot of grief and sorrow and just sad, because like I just feel like a lot of things that weren't serving you they kind of like let their true colors be known, or like these people or situations are just falling out of your life, and it's just like you're trying so hard to like grasp at these pieces, right? And you're trying to like hold on to what was. You have to let this go because the foundation wasn't sturdy in the first place. These people aren't connecting with you in the ways that you need and desire to in order to grow. So I'm just really feeling like this situation here was actually an opportunity for these people to exit your life, so that way you can go on your merry way and do something better and bigger for yourself, because these people were holding you back. And I'm getting the sense that you also use these people to help uplift you. Not really, and I don't mean uplift you, I mean like, if this applies, it applies. If it doesn't, let it lie. But I'm getting this imagery of you kind of stepping on people to get the attention that you want or that you seek, or you stepping on people to get this recognition, to like this show off energy, and like using the people around you to kind of give you that so-called support. But that's not an equal give and take relationship. Again, whether this be with friends or romantic partners or whatever, a relationship is a relationship. But they were using you, you were using them. This isn't based on true, like, unconditional love that all relationships and connections should be based off of. So I'm saying that this needed to fall away anyway, and you might not have been able to see that, or maybe you did and you were just ignoring it because this was comfortable for you. But I'm seeing that your third eye is opening, which means that you're coming to this understanding and awareness that this was not serving you. And yes, this is painful, and yes, it hurt for this situation to happen the way it went down, but it's just like you're seeing the bigger picture of it all. Like, oh, like this was happening for me and not to me, because I know that I wasn't going to leave the situation. So the universe had to like step in and cause this destruction, so that way you can finally see what was right in front of your freaking face that was happening this whole time. Maybe you weren't depressed because you have depression. Maybe you were depressed because you were hanging out with the wrong people. You know what I mean? So oh man. Okay. This is a lot of cards, so I'm going to put them back. Let's pull another one. So Judgment was on the bottom of the deck in reverse. So this is, again, what I was saying, like you aren't making that decision to walk away from the things that don't serve you because you're comfortable, because you're scared of what's going to happen if you were to stand up for yourself, or if you were to distance yourself from these people. You're scared of how they're going to perceive you. Who cares? Who cares how these people perceive you? Because they're not for you anyway. If you're trying to separate yourself from this, let it go, because you're only causing yourself more distress and emotional like chaos if you keep going back to what broke you. These people aren't aligning with you anymore, aren't resonating with you anymore, because you are outgrowing them, or they're outgrowing you. It doesn't matter. There is unmatched energy here. Oh my God, look at the High Priestess. And you know this. I told you, your third eye, your third eye is opening, and like you can see the clear picture, and you'll probably be able to see this all more clearly when these people are finally, out of your life, when you've radically accepted that these people weren't good for me, and I wasn't the person that I wanted to be when I was with them, and I am not currently acting out of a place of integrity when I'm constantly surrounding myself around these people, engaging in behaviors that don't serve me, drinking too much, overspending your money, overindulging in food. You know what I mean? Like these kind of behaviors that are familiar to you just aren't serving you anymore, and you're ready to balance it out, and you're ready to get healthy within yourself so that way you can make decisions and live your life according to you and not to other people. When you will attract the people meant for you, when you do the things you want to do, when you stand up for yourself, when you say no when you want to say no. You don't have to say yes to every invitation. This whole reading so far just really reminds me of setting boundaries for yourself and being authentic, and like letting others know how you truly feel, so that way you're not walked on like a freaking doormat. Like you are realizing now, like, wow, I was mistreated. Wow, these friends weren't really my friends. Friends wouldn't do that to me. You know what I mean? Like, ask yourself what a friend is to you, and are you surrounding yourself with those kinds of people, with the qualities that you think a friend should have? Do you have those kinds of people in your life? If not, it's time to clean house. It's time to start attracting those that get what you're about. You know what I mean? So, this High Priestess, I feel like you might be spiritual, if you're not spiritual, like just super intuitive, or you might even have gifts that you haven't even tapped into yet. But I'm getting like you are able, one, you get messages through your dreams. Your dreams are communicating to you. Like you are being communicated with through your higher self, through your dreams, about what is currently happening in your waking life, and I'm getting that you're getting messages about other people. I don't know why I'm getting that, but like, pay attention. If you have this weird gut feeling about someone, that they might be like deceiving you, your dreams are telling you the truth of the reality of that situation. So don't play dumb. Your intuition already knows the answers, but you're not listening to it. So you're getting messages through other forms. I'm also getting that you need to be, or you're starting to be more honest with yourself about what you can do to make your life better. Because I feel like you might have cloaked yourself in the past and weren't really being honest about who you were and what you needed, because you really wanted to be accepted by everyone around you. It's just like you were putting on this mask. You were showing the world that, like, I'm like so happy. Look at all the people around me. They love me. And I'm just sensing that that's not really how you felt inside. I feel like you felt really alone, and I feel like you have this natural independent thing about you, like, but you get trapped in these situations of codependency just because of past traumas. But you have the capability and the power to rise above all of that. You are so powerful. As long as you can like hone in on your masculine and feminine energies, you're able to assert yourself, stand up for yourself, but you're also able to nurture and allow love to come in, and you're able to give love unconditionally, and you're able to see your worth. You're able to really just understand that you are the source of your own happiness, and these people that you've been surrounding yourself with were not. And they're being removed out of your life for a reason. And this time of solitude and this loneliness, this period is for you. Like, you are meant to be in this period of darkness, so you can evaluate and self-reflect on why you hang out with these kinds of people, why you feel like you need to be the center of attention, why you can't be alone, why are you feeling so uncomfortable in your solitude, why do you depend so much on other people to tell you who you are, rather than going inward and being like, who am I? What makes me up? Who am I without all of these people that I surround myself with and telling me who I am? Because you are someone who, I feel like you know who you are, but you're allowing other people to tell you who you are. And you need to be very careful about who you hang out with. Who you hang out with is a mirror of and a reflection of who you portray yourself to be on the inside. So, if you're feeling good, you're going to hang out around people that make you feel good. If you're not feeling so great about yourself, you're going to hang out with people who don't like themselves either, and then you're going to partake and engage in like self-destructive behaviors or just like surface level relationships, and just like, you know, that doesn't serve you. What do you want for yourself? What do you want from your friendships? You know, what is the expectation here when you surround yourself with all these people? And you want to make sure that when you surround yourself with people, it's not a distraction from running away from your own emotions. So, oh my god, the Eight of Discs, the Eight of Pentacles, this is all about self-mastery. Or this is like if you have a project that you're working on, you are going to be working on it. And it's just like you've already neglected this for so long. I'm really feeling that you are going to start putting all that energy, time, and attention into something that you want to build for yourself. And like, do you see how this person is like in solitude, alone? It reminds me of the Hermit, especially with like this cloak. But like, channel all of your like sad, depressive energies and emotions into something creative. Or like, whether that be school, if you're in school, like focus hard on your studies. If you're an artist, work on that project that you've been like neglecting, you know, for the last few months. But this is something that this person needs to do in their own time, in solitude, no distractions. And I'm so drawn to the spider web up here, the web. So I really feel like, okay, this is going to take time, obviously. And if this is about self-mastery, of course it's going to take a long time. You don't love yourself overnight. You're constantly dismantling what you've been taught and learned about yourself, especially how you were conditioned as a kid. And I'm just getting this energy of like, you've silenced yourself for so long because you were constantly trying to appease the adults in your life. Maybe you weren't given a safe space to express your emotions because you were seen as overly sensitive. So you've learned how to be like, you've learned how to repress how you were feeling. You don't like to talk about your emotions because they were tossed to the side, or they weren't appreciated, or they weren't welcomed when you needed a space, a safe space to talk about your emotions. Okay, so I feel like you struggle with that. You internalize so much of that pain. But the only way you can work on and get better at being more vulnerable with people is to practice and to start opening up to people who genuinely care about you, who love you. Open up. They want to hear it. They want to be able to give you that love and support because they care about you. And it makes them feel loved in return when you feel safe to go to them. And I feel like I'm going to cry right now, so if this is your energy, I can feel how choked up you are. So find the people that care about you and can see you, who see you, and talk about your pains and inner struggles and what you're going through, because these are the people that are going to help you on your path to self-success. Because the people that are falling away right now, that you're extremely sad about, that you're disappointed in, they are being removed for your life for a reason. And you have people that do love you, that will be here for you. Just let them in. Because I feel like you're experiencing this, just all of this change of breaking cycles, you know, like you are putting an end to these behavioral patterns, and you are being enlightened. And I don't think you want to see it. I don't think you're ready for this, and you might be avoiding it, but it's happening for you, and it's happening for you. So that way you don't have to keep repeating these patterns of hanging out with people and then them disappointing you and them misunderstanding you and just not feeling that reciprocated love, because you are too kind-hearted, and just, you can't be the one giving. You need to have this equal give and take. So let me count these flowers really quick. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Okay, 40. 40 breaks down to a 4. This is all about like foundation. So you are really learning how to build a home within yourself, so you're not codependent and reliant on all these other people. So yeah, the good for you for breaking these cycles. I know that it's hard, but I always say this, but know and trust that what is coming for you is so much better than what you are leaving behind. But yeah, I do definitely feel like you are going to be in a state of like solitude and maybe like depression, and this is like dark night of the soul. Before every awakening, before every transformation, you are going to feel sad, you are going to feel lost, you're going to feel like everything is just uprooting for you and you have to start over. And this is because you are starting over. A new you is emerging. A new you is blossoming because you are letting go of the things that aren't serving you. And the things that aren't serving you are actually kind of making you someone that you don't want to be, because you, again, like, you are who you hang out with, and it's just not aligning. So as you move from this transitional state of like codependent behaviors into more independent, like personal power, you're going to be in this in-between period of, I don't know who I am anymore, I don't know what to do next. And then you're going to try to reach out possibly for ways to help you cope. Make sure that these coping mechanisms are healthy for you. Again, put it towards these projects, put it towards your studies, put it towards I don't know, creating a new business, or like put it towards healing, self-mastery. Pick up a new hobby, I don't know. But this is going to take time, and you are literally just on a journey of enlightenment, and this is just all, oh my God, it's part of the process. So, and I definitely do feel like these people that are falling away to the wayside, let them fall away. And I feel like they are going to place a lot of judgment for you distancing yourself. They're going to think that you've changed. And the truth is, you are changing. You are changing, and that is not a bad thing. You are changing into the person you want to become. And they might not be okay with that because they're still resonating with you on a lower vibrational frequency. You've risen above that. So yeah. Okay, so let's see what lessons you're learning in life, and I'll end this video. I just, again, I'm getting this energy. You are hard with your emotions. I feel like you feel so much, but you don't have an outlet. So again, open up to those people that love you. Open up to the people that understand your struggles, that like understand your pain, that are empathetic, that like, yeah, again, I keep hearing you can't go back to the places that broke you and expect to heal. You are meant to move out of this. Oh my God, the lesson that you're learning is love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. All of this red here, all of this red is your childhood trauma. It is your root chakra, which stores all of that pain. The way that you receive love is all stemmed from here, which is, so you tend to reject love because you feel you are undeserving, because this is what you were taught and conditioned to believe as a kid, which I had mentioned earlier. So I'm looking at this little pearl in the middle here. It looks like a pearl to me. Pearls signify elegance, but so pearls is a piece of sand that goes into a clam or whatever, right? And like it takes about 6 months for this pearl to make itself or whatever. So it's going to take time. Loving yourself is going to take time, and it's going to take effort and energy into figuring out why you don't love yourself. Who taught you that you couldn't love yourself? Who taught you that you shouldn't speak up about your emotions? Who taught you to feel like shit and shame when you talk about how you feel? This stems from childhood trauma, how your parents showed you love, how they responded to your emotional needs. If you weren't given the safe space to talk about your feelings or express yourself, of course it's going to play out into your relationships now. And this is what you need to work on. This is what you need to work on in your solitude and the self-mastery, because you have so much love to give to other people. Why don't you give that to yourself? I want to cry. Yeah, bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is self-esteem. I possess gifts of the souls that benefit me and others. People do. You might have psychic powers here, or psychic abilities, spiritual gifts. Either way, your intuition is so freaking high right now. Trust this when people enter your life. Trust this when you get like gut feelings about someone. Asking yourself, are they lying to me? I feel like they're lying to you. Yes, they're lying, bitch. I'm so sorry. I should have said that. Yes, they're lying, because your intuition is telling you. And the more that you listen to your intuition, and the more that you realize this to be true, and that is your guiding light, your self-esteem will rise, because you'll be able to decipher who is good for me, who is not, and then who to stay clear of, so that way you can attract happy, positive, uplifting people into your life that are going to help serve your self-esteem. Because the situations that you're in right now, you don't really have any self-esteem, and the people that you were hanging out with didn't really boost your self-esteem. If anything, I think they like brought it down. They make you feel like shit about yourself. So your intuition has been saying like, these people aren't good for me. Like, I know they're not good for me, but you're still hanging out with them because you're scared to be lonely. And it's difficult. Being alone can be lonely if you're so used to and rely and depend on outside sources to make you happy. Okay, let me pull one more card. Grief. Oh my gosh. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So, these people that are leaving, or the situations that's being left behind, ask yourself what it taught you. Did it teach you? These people teach you that you needed to set boundaries for yourself? Did these people teach you that, like, hey, like, I'm actually not a nice person when I drink this much, or like, I'm not taking care of myself when all my friends and people do is party? Like, I'm realizing that I want more than just surface level relationships, and that I just don't want to talk about other people. Like, you are outgrowing all of this. And then you can appreciate the good times that you had. Just recognize that their time in your life was a great time, but temporary. Once you realize that there's nothing permanent about anything, and you understand the value of impermanence and the ebb and flow of constant change, then it's easier to release things and easier to step into this place of newness and opportunities for when you're being placed in an energy of unfamiliarity and the unknown, if that makes any sense. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Bye.